Welcome to Travelers, a new podcast dedicated to bringing you the latest news, updates, and discussion about Destiny. I'm your host, The Helmet Fire. Joining me this evening is Eric Digital.
Hello, how's it going?
CrayZJaye.
Hello, everybody.
Angel Zero.
What's going on, guys?
And Contrabang.
What's up, everybody?
Thanks all for joining me this evening. For those that are new or just checking us out, we are a brand new Destiny podcast, as I said before. You can check us out on Twitter at TravelersPC, as well as our YouTube. Make sure to drop us a follow there. We're going to go ahead and start the show off with introducing ourselves one by one so you can kind of get to know us a little bit, and then we'll roll right into our main topics for the show. So real quick, I'll start off. As I said, my name's The Helmet Fire. Been a Destiny player since beta on Xbox, so Vanilla D1, veteran over here. Didn't switch to PS4 until Destiny 2, so I have made that switch. Other than that, gamer through and through. Definitely like the variety, but Destiny's always going to be my main game, and really looking forward to the future of the game. So,
and my name's Eric Digital. Just like many of you, I've played the first game and fell in love with it, and just been with it since. I thought I played a ton of Destiny until I met some of you guys on here, and I've realized that my hours invested are a lot, but not quite as much. But yeah, it's totally in love with the game. Played it casually through, I would say, from launch until December of year one, and then after I did my first VOG run, I was hooked. Met so many people through the game, and I think that's what was one of the most interesting features of it, was just how you meet people throughout the game. It's like I met all you guys on here, Helmet Fire, just hanging out in the tower, sending a message, and next thing you know, here we are.
Bam, buds for life.
Yep, buds for life.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, not a content creator, not a streamer, but I love the game. I would be what Bungie considers is one of their hobbyist players, where it's, if I have free time, I'm playing Destiny.
Nice.
All right, my name is CrayZJaye, or Justin. I've been playing Destiny since the beta on Xbox 360. Then now I'm mostly on PC. But yeah, I've been playing Destiny since year one, or before year one, I guess you could say. Been hooked on it ever since. Love the game, love the franchise. Kind of fell off a little bit after D2 launched. Got into Fortnite a little bit. Actually, a lot. But this new DLC has got me back hooked so far, man. I like it so far. And I do stream. My stream is twitch.tv/CrayZJaye. But yeah, it's been a long road since Destiny 1, and I'm enjoying it so far still.
Awesome, man.
What's going on, guys? My name is Angel Zero, a variety Twitch streamer, Destiny lover, Fortnite lover. I got started in Destiny year one, a couple months after launch. Fell off of Destiny 2 a little bit after it came out. Like Jay said, playing Fortnite a lot, especially with the new game modes coming out and stuff like that. And with this new DLC that came out, I'm hoping to get back into it.
Cool.
All right. And everybody, I'm Contrabang, and if you don't know me, then I don't know where you live. Just kidding. I'm a casual streamer, a casual gamer, professional by day, parent in the afternoon, and then when I can sneak away from the kids on the Wi-Fi, I'll hit up some games. Traditionally, it's been Destiny. It consumed a lot of my Tuesday evenings, where I got to work the other day with, haggard-looking eyes, and then it became Fortnite. But I'm a variety player. I play a lot of games offline, but online for streaming it's usually between Destiny and Fortnite. And now with the Warmind expansion, I think it's going to be a lot more Destiny.
I think that's a lot for everybody.
Yeah, seriously.
I know, right?
Oh, the new hotness. We got to try it out. That's how it goes with our community. So, yeah. Speaking of which, this is where we're going to run into some spoiler territory. So for those that are can't play it yet or haven't played it yet, or just are truly trying to stay away from all the social media hype and everything, the Bungie videos, we are going to talk about our first impressions of the DLC. We will try our best not to go too in depth on story details or lore, but just some overall first impressions. At what point have you guys gotten to? Because I know some of us have finished the campaign, some of us haven't. So, why don't you guys go ahead and start on that and tell me, kind of what y'all think so far.
Anna is a babe.
Anna Bay.
Yeah,
Anna Bay.
Oh my god.
Yep. Campaign was really good. I really liked the campaign. I didn't expect much from it, and it blew me away. Though it was a lot better than Curse of Osiris, in my opinion. I liked it.
Okay.
Final boss encounter was, like I said earlier, off before we started recording, I didn't know much about this DLC. I didn't watch a lot of trailers, so the final boss encounter was great. I didn't expect that to happen. I was like, oh, we're fighting this guy. Awesome. So,
yeah.
I haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, that's okay. That's why we're going to kind of be light with it, and then...
yeah, it was great.
All honesty, I'm looking forward to replaying it on my second and third character, because when I played through it the first time, and of course, after the patch released, I've got 4 pages of friends that haven't been online in months for Destiny, anyways. And
tell me about it.
So all my clan were, they started up the party chat, and everyone catching up over, while we're playing. Me and a couple of other guys are trying to play through the story. So I missed a lot of it. So after we're done here, I'm gonna take my time and really soak in the story. But I thought it was short, honestly. Even it might have been that. Sure. It might have been between it actually being short and being distracted at the same time. But I'm still looking forward to playing it again, just so I can really take it in.
Yeah, I think the campaign, saying it's better than Curse of Osiris is a pretty easy target, pretty easy thing to do. Of course, that's
true,
resonating through the community. But the campaign we have gotten, I think personally is just it's good. I think it missed being great by an okay margin. I don't want to go into specifics. I don't want to get too spoilery, but I just think it almost kind of feels rushed. I would have liked to have seen certain aspects be fleshed out a little bit more, but at the same time, I kind of expected it to go at the length that it did, just based on the way DLCs have gone in the past, and then they're also based on community feedback from the recent summit they had at Bungie, where a bunch of content creators went to basically look at what's coming in the fall. The general consensus is that that's where the meat and potatoes is going to be, and
right.
I'm really hoping they expand on whatever the campaign is to a Taken King esque length or more. Hopefully more. That would be, anytime we can get more story, I'm all about it personally. I like all aspects of the game, but that's one area where I like what they're doing. I just want to see it expanded upon.
So I made the mistake of reading the Twitter feed and the Reddit post and saying that it was short. So I avoided reading all the other details, but knowing that in advance, I kind of went into the other way around. Typically when you go into Destiny, you're a guardian and you're rushing through all these thralls and everything, and you're not looking around. So this time I did take my time to look at the reflections and the water and the design of the trains, and I think that's why I only got to past the initial level, because I kept looking around, just find the hidden, hidden secrets and hidden frequency caches and all that.
Yep.
And that's the thing, man. I went into this DLC thinking House of Wolves, like not gonna be much. I didn't expect a cutscene, Destiny 2, we had cutscenes before, but I didn't expect much, I went to thinking, okay, this is the House of Wolves of D2, and this next one, I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna be the Taken King of D2. This is gonna be even better. It's gonna be great. I'm expecting big things for the next one, but sorry, I ended up interrupt there.
Your expectations are so low that you go in there thinking, oh my god,
I will never be disappointed.
Exactly, you have to.
I know know my expectations were really low for this, especially after everything that's happened in the past with Destiny 2. But so far, I'm liking it. I'm liking the story and the lore and some of these enemies coming back even. And it's like, what's going to happen with these enemies? Why are these enemies back now? You know?
Yep.
To be honest, I only did the first couple of missions. And
Gotcha.
They were too easy. I don't know about the rest. Maybe it'll get harder. But that's always been my pet peeve with the previous expansion, which felt like you were just running through like cardboard enemies, and it didn't provide any fun or any challenge. When you can run through worlds in Destiny, you know you got only trials to look forward to. You know.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I was gonna say about that. So you finish your story, right? And then you go into the Heroic Strike playlist to do something. Like it's well anything. It's a quest line for something.
And then they die at the end. Ruined. Congratulations. No.
And then you realize, wow, this is a lot harder than the actual story missions. Like the grind, the after campaign grind so far is pretty legit. I like it.
I'll say this. I'll say after the campaign, I tried Escalation Protocol, which is the new public. For those that don't know, this is like a new wave-based public event, reminiscent of Court of Oryx almost, except it has it's like a modified Court of Oryx meets Horde mode. There's 7 waves. I didn't make it past the first one after the campaign. I got my ass handed to me.
I got to the second wave and the third wave. We got this, and then it didn't happen.
Nope.
It was bad.
I did all of them, and then I didn't get any rewards. I'm like, so what the hell did I just do? Nice.
I thought it was hilarious. Yeah. I was going in between campaign missions once Hell's Basins opens up, and accidentally stumbled into the Escalation Protocol, and oh my god, I never...
You're like, I'm not doing it again,
so
never.
Fast. Yeah, but it was cool. It's like, how long has it been since felt underpowered in this game? And it might not last. I mean, of course, once we, through the next, few weeks or several weeks, we level up and we'll go back into it and be able to to hold up a little better. But yeah, it's we rarely feel underpowered in this game.
Little funny story. I first found my fire team. I didn't play all day. I played at night. So they were playing all day. Going to Mars. Like, oh, what is this? I walked towards it, like, don't do it. I'm like, what is that? Don't do it. Oh, that's the protocol, isn't it? Yes, don't do it. Like, okay. My friend was like, yeah, I made a mistake earlier. I started it. I was like, what does this do? And my friend Dudley was like, you bastard, don't do it. He pressed it. I was like, oh, well, I gotta do this now.
Too late now. Angel, what about you? Any have you messed with Escalation Protocol at all yet?
No, not yet. I haven't really messed with anything yet. Just
you're gonna have fun.
Mainly my milestones and get my character leveled up a little bit, because I ended off before the DLC 313 power level, so I'm kind of a little bit underpowered for everything. So just trying to
we all are
get up there a little bit.
Yeah, it's a grind for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm starting to love this because of the grind.
Yeah,
it's reminiscent of D1.
Being I know the third story mission requires you to be 28 level.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah,
I got stuck there for a while.
I'm loving.
There you go. So that kind of brings me to the weapons and stuff. I know Contra, you had some input on this one.
Well, me and the other viewers, and also Destiny Reddit for the weapons. What do you guys think of the weapons, both in Crucible and in action? I was kind of surprised to have my pulse rifle blow up heads, and then I figured that it had Firefly. And I'm like, whoa. It didn't have Firefly yesterday.
The weapons are, especially the exotics. I gotta say, This is the first time since probably Vanilla D1 that an exotic has felt like an exotic. Well, Vanilla D1 and then the Thorn Last Word era, because, I mean, for those that were in D1 and played that, for those that are D2 only, have never played D1, I got to tell you that this in some cases even feels more powerful than any exotics we've ever had.
Yeah, to some extent, I agree.
I have a special place in my heart for Outbreak Prime, even though it was nearing the end of the game. But
it was so
it was
good.
just, I think it was less the gun itself, but everything was surrounding surrounded the gun, getting it, all the hype before people figured it out was
cool.
super cool.
That was awesome time for the community. I'm enjoying the Sunshot right now, dude. The Sunshot in PvE is great. I used a Graviton Lance for a little bit. I was like, it's nice. I like it. I'm back to my Sunshot. I'm a big hand cannon guy, so I went back to my Sunshot. I was like, yeah, I'm sticking with this. I love this. It was great. It's so good, dude. I love it.
So the Sunshot, like, when I first got that, because, you know, everyone had to pick an exotic at the first thing, and it was between 3, and one of them was Sunshot. I picked the Sunshot. I loved it at first. And then I think they did something to it, and then after that, I didn't like it. Especially after this update, I've been loving it, both in PvP and PvE.
I'll have to. I know they buffed the. Is it the explosive?
I'm
Sunblast,
not too sure.
I think. Yeah, I think they buffed the explosive perk on it. So I haven't had a chance to use it, but I will say, with Graviton Lance. Oh my god, I got killed with it in Crucible, and I immediately dug it up and started using it. So that's always. And it's like, all right, well, I got to use it now.
Well, I got hit by that thunk sound, and then I see these sprites around me, and I'm like, what? And I look at the kill, it's like Graviton Lance, and I'm like, wait a minute, I have one.
Yeah.
I have the same story as you, and then I ruled the Crucible with it for a little bit.
Yo,
That's crazy, man.
Graviton Lance is like, in my opinion, it's kind of like the spiritual successor to Outbreak Prime, even though it's like similar, not the same, but like when you get those kills, man, and those little basically axiom bolts come flying out of it. I mean, it's pretty noticeable. It's a big upgrade for the gun from what it used to be. It's kind of a night and day difference, and it absolutely destroys in PvE. I mean, stuff's blowing up left and right. And then PvP, I think I got 2 bursts with it. I'm not sure yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. And then real quick to Angel's point on Sunshot. Right, I used to love it aesthetically, and it just looked cool, but it felt like it was missing something. Now, everything is blowing up. It's like Firefly on crack, and I am just like, wow. Like,
it's so good.
Yeah.
So good. I used that throughout the whole campaign. And even now, if I didn't never mind.
I did it you better not. I'll come through this microphone. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So real quick, we're gonna transition into kind of like Bungie's interaction with the community, just like how they've been as of late versus in the past with transparency and updates, and then not only that, we're also going to add in some community reactions and what we've seen throughout the community and basically their overall reaction to Warmind so far. I'll start off by saying Bungie, in the past, if anyone was part of D1, we all know that waiting 6 months or more for an update to the sandbox is nothing new to us, and which is kind of sad. But as of late, I got to say I'm really liking how transparent they're being, how much more they're giving us information in the weekly updates. I mean, it's really going in a very positive direction.
I agree. Before Destiny 1, I mean, it was... I don't know if you guys hear the baby. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It was 6 months for an update was terrible, and then like the silence was unbearable. But now there's certain people out there in Bungie who are really, especially on Twitter, they're great with feedback. Man, they're always talking back to the community, giving us updates or little tidbits here and there. It's been great. Their transparency has really. They've really improved on that aspect. It's great. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, that's my opinion. They're doing a good job so far.
One thing I noticed yesterday. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say into the weapons part, because we were just talking about weapons, and at least also into this discussion, is the Rat King sidearm getting disabled today.
Yeah, I saw that. I can't have a broken gun for too long in Destiny.
Yeah,
right?
they showed us that clip of how awesome it's going to be, and they're just like, hold on a second, guys. I'm sorry. We got to pull the plug on this real quick.
Single plate callus.
Apparently, the buff just gives everybody a bunch of extra ammo that doesn't end. And, I don't have one.
That sounds good to me.
I lost I don't know why the progress reset on me. I did have all I needed to do was to strike, and then come new DLC, it's reset. Okay, Destiny, whatever. But yeah, reading it this morning, it was funny that, oh yeah, we just have a new DLC. Hold on, we got a broken weapon. Hold on.
It's funny, dude. I saw that clip they posted about how good their king's gonna be. I was like, that's gonna be a problem. That's something wrong with that gun for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't get it on PC yet. I think I had it on Xbox. But my Xbox I don't touch anymore. So at least less for Madden. But my PC I haven't gotten it yet, so I didn't even get to experience the glitch. I feel like I missed my chance, like the Promethean lens.
Yeah.
So circling back to Bungie's communication with the community lately, their online presence is night and day compared to what it was at any point in Destiny 1 or Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that happened yesterday that I actually hadn't seen ever was Josh Hamrick from Bungie tweeted something about the Warmind DLC coming out, and in typical Twitter fashion, someone tweeted, "Well, shit game," as people on the internet do. That's always the standard reply to Destiny 2 these days, is to just call it a horrible game. And he actually straight up just apologized and said, "I'm sorry we let you down. We're working our ass off to make the game better." And that, a single apology alone, goes a long way. I wasn't expecting it to ever hear it from Bungie directly. I don't think they've ever had apologized, and we've always heard the that we're listening, but to actually have an apology come out was I thought was pretty amazing.
It's funny because I have the tweet open right here, and the first complaint is, you dropped the ball, right? Like you mentioned, but then
right.
Hamrick comes in and says, I honestly understand the way you feel. Sorry we let you down. We're working our asses off to turn it around and bring the hobby back, though. I feel like the last few updates have really started to change, and I believe the future is bright. And in essence, yes. What we're seeing right now, the future is bright. There's still changes, balances, imbalances that, in our collective opinions, need to be introduced back into the game to make that bit more, grindy and challenging and feel like you are actually accomplishing something rather than just flying through a game off the shelf. You know what I mean? And I feel like their involvement is also leading into some of that discussion about how to do that. I would caution Bungie as to not to listen to what everybody else says, though. There is a component of competitiveness and achievement that is in community that is what made Destiny 1 great, to be able to carry people, to be able to group together, to come together to accomplish tasks. Those are things that Destiny 1 had that even Destiny 2 did not have. I remember some of the first raids where you needed all 6 players to live through the raid. That's kind of like ridiculous. If you're spending 2 hours on a raid and then everybody has to be alive, then you can't really carry the people who need to be carried.
Yeah.
And that was one thing that made the Taken King great. I remember, Helmet, when we used to run it, we used to always have at least 1 or 2 people who never done it before.
Oh yeah, that was the thing, man, and I can't wait to see Destiny 2 get back into that space. It really is. I think that's one of the most huge, the largest components of the community. We run people through raids. They have all types of people that Sherpa people through trials, and just even the small stuff, and it's really, with the game moving in the direction it's moving, I could see that coming back in full force, and I look very much forward to it.
So I honestly haven't been paying much attention to either Twitter or Reddit, just because I didn't want any spoilers.
Yeah, good move.
Yeah, I've been liking how they're saying like what they're doing, and more like D1, because I remember when D1 they had, oh, we're gonna do this, or we're sorry for the inconvenience for a certain error code, and we're fixing this right now, and it'll be up at like this date and time and whatever. I'm glad they're kind of going back to doing that right now and letting us know not exactly what they're doing, but somewhat of what they're doing instead of just leaving us in the dark.
Yeah, the community roadmaps have been like just an awesome addition to this whole movement of transparency, giving the community a list of things that are coming, and then a sub list of items that may come at this time, but they're asterisks. So if they don't show up this update, then we're gonna try to get it on the next one, for developmental reasons. And then it's not just I like that they're not just giving us a list; they're giving us a why, which is something we've never really gotten from them. So it's like, well, we can't push this update, and then they just like leave us in the dark. Whereas now they're saying, well, this is why developmentally. Like for instance, Hardlight, the exotic just got a buff where it can change elements on the fly, like the PlayStation exclusive Borealis sniper rifle, which is a really cool quality of life update. But also, they made the rounds. So what they did is they wanted to increase aim assist on ricochet rounds, but they explained that they couldn't do it because the algorithms that their engine uses to do that, it would have put too much strain on it. So they went into detail to explain we can't do this, and this is why. But and then they gave us a why, but then they gave us a alternative. They said, okay, instead of that, what we're going to do is just make the ricochet rounds do double damage. I mean, that's awesome, So I really like that they're going that direction with these roadmaps and general just updates. The Bungie weekly updates have been on fire lately. They're so good.
Hey, and if you're struggling, consider taking an online therapy session.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
No, part of it with me with Destiny, I love Destiny. It's a game for me to relax. I think it's why it became one of my main go-to games when I turn on the Xbox, particularly because I could play Crucible with my eyes closed. Let's put it that way. You put music on. Yeah, you go in and out. That's it. It was fun. You had progression. You would go in the Crucible. I remember getting Galahorn in the Crucible. You could go in the Crucible and get actual top weapons.
G-Horn for the win.
Yeah. But Destiny 2, for me, I reached an impasse when my engram started to just drop at a level that I wasn't comfortable with, and every activity I did, engrams didn't level up, and for me that was particularly frustrating. Now, like I said, I love the game. I like to see the progress, but I also paid for all the DLCs, and that's kind of the conundrum. There's a bitterness in the community, especially for people that went through this process and paid for it, and then all of a sudden found themselves in a game that was not up to their expectation. And I think that's where a lot of the anger comes when it's geared towards what's going on with Bungie and some of the responses. But I do agree that everything is getting much, much better now.
Yeah, like people in the community have, Angel is a prime example. She hasn't really been playing at all, right? I mean, you were
I haven't
off the grid
at all.
Yeah.
I've been playing like the first 2 months maybe, and then I just completely stopped.
Right. I mean, that's a lot of the community, and rightfully so. I mean, they just they had a massive shift in design. Just how they design the game and what they're targeting for, like targeting a larger player base, and it ultimately just ended up in basically kind of neutering what made Destiny, the grind, the loot, the reason to come back, and once again, what Contra said is like, it's so good that they're finally, reverting back to turning it into a hobby, and it takes time. This is such a massive game. I see people online like, well, Fortnite does this update and Fortnite does that update. Well, and that's awesome. Like, hats off to them, and it's a great design philosophy to follow. But Destiny is a much more complex game. But I think the majority of the community understands that. The ones that are sticking around and not just shitting all over the game. So at any given opportunity. Yeah, go ahead.
I think it is a lot too of when we left off at the end of Age of Triumph. The general consensus was that we finally got the game that we wanted at the end of Age of Triumph. Bungie finally figured it out, and when we get D2, it's just going to be more but better. Is what I honestly thought what D2 was going to be. It was going to be Age of Triumph, but turned up to 11. And it's definitely not. It wasn't. Like, just for example, ability cooldowns. When I go back and play D1, I almost forget that I can get a grenade every 30 seconds.
Oh, that tier 12 build, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. So, when in D2 you wait around, seems for like an eternity just to get your grenade back, whereas when we left off in D2, we're, space magic left and right. And but I mean, we'll see what fixes and what mods they have in store for us. Hopefully, we'll bring some of that magic back.
Yeah, back to that point about end of D1. We felt like we had a complete game there at the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then all of a sudden, D2, they removed stuff that didn't have to be removed. And it felt like back to square one again, which why black people just left the game. They want to wait another 2 years again to get the complete game they wanted.
Yeah, I think so. In regards to community reactions to Warmind so far, general consensus is, and I'm taking this information from, multiple outlets, IGN, just Reddit, just Twitter, all these areas, and then a lot of content creators too, big names, Gothalion, Professor Broman on Twitch, Triple Rec, different YouTubers, Dado does Destiny. Obviously, if you're in the community, you know all those names. But even with the Reddit and everything else, the general consensus overall is like, great step in a positive direction. Still not exactly where we want it to be, but a far cry from Curse of Osiris. And as long as they keep up with this pace and continue to deliver content the way they're starting to, the future looks pretty bright. Now, Crucible, as far as that's concerned, so we can kind of transition into Crucible a little bit. We talked a decent amount about PvE and campaign without obviously giving a lot of spoilers, but PvP and Destiny 2 has been once again, a huge design shift. They went all like strictly 4v4, and it's just been negatively received by the community since D2 came out. The time to kill is in the team shooting aspect of PvP is a really controversial topic. However, we've had a Go Fast update on the previous update before Warmind, which improved some things pretty decently for mobility specifically. And then with Warmind, we have received just a huge sandbox change, really focusing around exotics as well. But what are y'all's first impressions so far for those that have played I want to start with Angel on this, but for PvP with Warmind, what are your first impressions with it so far?
Well, I'm liking it. So far, I've just played one of the new maps. And I'm liking it because it's a bigger map. I don't feel as crowded, as compact as I did in, say, the smaller maps. It's starting to feel more like D1 for me in that aspect, but I still don't necessarily like the 4v4 because I feel like I can't move by myself. I can't go to certain places because I have to stay with my team.
Right. For those listening, Destiny 2 has been primarily 4v4. They did just recently make the switch to 6v6, but for Iron Banner only, and all signs point to yes in the idea of returning all game modes to 6v6. And I gotta say, I'm definitely gonna welcome that change when it comes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
go ahead, Jay. Sorry.
I'm sorry. No, I was just gonna say, the Crucible. I haven't played much Crucible since Warmind. I played a lot since the Gotta Go Fast update, but I don't see much changing in PvP since the Warmind update, except for like some exotic weapons or like maybe the meta might change. Maybe, who knows? But the key thing is just the time to kill and the weapon system. It's just you can't, like in Destiny. I remember watching Triple Rack or watching Lumi go in and just take control of a game. They'll just go in there
that
and
performance by Lumi at Guardian Con was off the
Dude,
chain.
oh my god, it was amazing. It had the crowd cheering. We were all there cheering. It was great, but you can't do that in Destiny 2. Destiny 2, you gotta stick with your team. If you wander by yourself, you'll get maybe 1 kill, if maybe 2 if you're lucky. But you can't clutch a game by yourself. Not
yet. It seems like they're moving that direction, but not quite there yet.
Yeah, it seems like they're going that direction. Hopefully they'll get resolved. I know in the fall update they're going to do something about weapon, like some type of weapon change, like system change.
Yeah, the slotting, the weapon slots. That's the big ticket item. Like that and time to kill are supposed to be addressed and changed, and all the folks that went to the summit are really excited about it. So that says a lot.
No,
the problem in Destiny 2 mainly was you couldn't be a hero anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That was taken off the table.
You felt weak. You feel weak.
Right. And that is the thing, like you were saying, the 1v3 on trials, that weapon imbalance, weapon versus skill, or even counter weapon versus counter weapon. I remember when Thorn versus Mida versus Last Word.
Oh man, the trifecta
was a thing. Yes, and if you had one of those 3, you would dominate a game, or if you were skilled enough, because some people did have them and they suck. Let's be honest. But when I got Thorn and I was able to 2-shot people, man, that was a dream come true. But it does need a game like that. Yes, you do need to be careful with the balance of that the weapons are not too OP and they don't, take over the game, like the glitch that happened with which was the laser weapon. I'm forgetting the name.
Prometheus Lens.
Prometheus
oh,
Lens.
Dude, that was so much fun though. Laser tag. I mean, it was cool.
Yeah, that was a couple days.
Everybody had it.
Pew, pew. Yeah.
Once everybody had it.
I kind of wish that they would have honestly left it the way it was, but only for like I wish they would have turned it into like a mode, a temporary like how they rotate Mayhem and all that. Like if they would rotate in like laser tag, it's all Prometheus Lens or Cold Heart, and we just insta kill everybody. Like that'd be kind of fun.
I'm not gonna lie, I was playing with someone.
Oh man,
the day Christopher came out, right? I'm not gonna mention this person's name. He streams with me. He streams. He got in the game. Got wrecked by it. The first kill got wrecked by 2 seconds in the game, or like a minute 2 in the game, whatever. And he's like, "I'm done. I'm gone." He left the Fortnite. He
it took me a while.
It's like D1 TTK with that thing, man. Well, dude, probably more than that.
You couldn't compete with it, man. You turn a corner and you can land your headshots, but you're dead within like by the time you get before you get final shot off. It was crazy.
And those were the comments online. It was like, what is this? And even myself, I'm like getting killed by this weird weapon. I'm like, what is this? And then I realized that it's this weapon and it's going on the internet, that it's broken the game. And I get it. I'm like, screw that. I'm using it.
Dude, Destiny Fun Police was going off with that thing. And he was making little montage videos. And he was trolling people so hard. It was, for those that don't know Destiny Fun Police, y'all need to follow him on YouTube. That guy is absolutely hilarious, man.
Yeah, I stopped playing D2 for a while after that until they fixed it. I was like, yeah, I play laser tag though. I play some laser tag though a little bit. It was cool, but yeah, I stopped. I love PvP. I love that was my bread and butter in Destiny 1 after Trials came out. But there's definitely issues with D2 PvP so far. And they're moving in the right direction though. I like it so far. They're slowly getting there.
So. Real quick, so with Warmind, a huge addition, something we've been asking for since literally day one of Destiny 1, is a ranking system. We finally got it, and there's 2 for the listeners. There's 2 modes. Those that don't know, there's the quick play playlist is now Valor, and it's basically you rank up. And it's just a time investment. So the more you play, the more you rank up, and you can get. I guess there's rewards now with the Vanguard and Crucible. So for Crucible, after you rank up so much, and you can actually reset it like Prestige did in Call of Duty. So there's actually rewards to be had, which is really nice. Now for competitive, the competitive playlist now is the Glory rank. Now this is the real meat and potatoes of a ranking system that I'm glad they implemented. And basically, it works just like you would expect from back in the Halo days. Is if you win, you rank up. If you lose, you go down. But they also added in streaks. So if you go on a win streak, you level up faster. But if you go on a lose streak, you'll go down in rank faster. Destiny's about to get sweaty. But on top of that, so they added, like I said, with the rewards for Valor, they did the same thing with Glory. There's rewards to get, but the pinnacle weapon is something called Redrix's Claymore, and it's a pulse rifle. Now, the interesting thing about this, for those that are D1 players, you may know of a little basic pulse rifle by the name of Grasp of Malik. Now, for those that know that, this thing is basically like that, but this is how they work. This pulse rifle has Outlaw, which is you get a reload faster on precision kill. But they added a brand new perk specifically for this weapon, and this is the thing that makes it the pinnacle weapon, is it's Desperado. So when you get that precision kill and you reload, it actually increases the rate of fire to basically what Grasp of Malik was, really fast rate of fire. But the kicker here is that they don't sacrifice impact. So you're doing the same amount of damage, but you're firing like twice as fast. And this thing melts faces. And anyone that can get it is just going to dominate. I'm going to try to get it. The way you get it is there's 5 ranks in the ranking system for Glory. You only need to hit the rank 3, which is called Fable, I believe. So as long as you can hit the 3rd rank, you can get it. The ornament for it is rank 5, and some secret reward that they have yet to disclose. What do you guys think about that? What are your impressions on loot specifically tied to higher ranks?
I love it. It's rewards your progress, your improvement. It rewards your grind. And there's no gimmies. You got to work for it. I like that.
Yeah. How about you, Contra? Eric, there you go. Sorry.
There's someone out there that actually already has that gun.
Oh, I did see that on Twitter. Yeah.
Oh,
Bungie,
really?
Bungie actually tweeted them back.
Yeah,
they tweeted them back and said, "We unfortunately won't recognize it as a world's first, but
that's amazing.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, 83 games said it took them.
That's a grind.
Amazing. Yep,
that's a grind
crazy.
right there, man.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Well, and then that was part of the weapon quest, fallback that you did on Destiny 1. Whenever you got a quest or a missive, you wanted to do it because you knew that, like you said, Ahmed, you were going to melt faces with it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what motivated you.
Like lots of faces, like 10 pounds of faces.
And you want to be amongst that elite club of people that is actually doing that on the Crucible.
Please carry me. Hashtag please carry me. Anybody that's willing, I must has.
I mean, come on. After I got my Galahorn, I felt part of that prestigious group because every time I went into the app, it said, running a raid, must have galley.
Man, yeah. I can see it now. Like, Trials is going to be like, must have the Claymore. Like, I can just already see it.
Yo, for sure.
And you would just
$5 to carry,
dust your shoulders and be like, yeah, I got one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Bring me in.
But I got a hunger of Crota. No, it doesn't count.
I know, right? Angel, what about you? So you're more of a PvP person. So like, are you gonna grind it out? Are you gonna do the ranks?
I'm definitely grinding out because I love grinding, and I like you guys said, the Galahorn when everyone wanted it, but you don't know if you were gonna get it, so you have to grind to get it. I'm looking forward to grinding to get it.
That's the thing. This is like
I need a Crucible partner. So if you're
anyone, we're taking applications. So
I'm ready to go with
trials and stuff.
Hey, I'm always gonna play some comp to get that gun. So I'm on PC.
I'll have to get with you and Dudley or something, man, because he's gonna be raging.
Dudley, oh man, Dudley is me and Dudley are already talking about going into comp and grinding it hard. We just see two other players that come with us. But
for those listening,
he's gonna be raging hard.
Yeah, for those listening, Dudley is another friend of ours, a streamer and a really good friend of Jay's, and he's pretty good, man. I mean, he's way better than me.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good, man. He does some trial. He used to do trials carries in D1, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he used to play with me and Canes, and we used to carry back in D1.
Yeah, man.
He's definitely gotten better than me, that's for sure.
Well, if he's got room in his backpack, you know where I'm at.
To each his own.
Yeah.
I can never get into the whole competitive mode. I don't think it's in my blood. I chill out too much.
You got Valor, bro, and that's the cool thing about it. This is the best part about this whole thing, is that for the people who only get to come home and play for an hour or two, and that have kids and family and, you know, real life jobs and just every little thing life has, the Valor system is still good because there's a reason to do it. There's rewards tied to it, and there's actually there's like a new exotic ghost that is it with the Valor rank that if you prestige it, I forget what it is. Shax has got it in the tower. I have to look at it again, but I think it's tied to Valor, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure.
Yeah, I might have to look that one up. But point is, there's like guns and loot. Like there's a reason to do it. So for those that get to play a couple hours a day, like you it's not just for fun. It's also you're going to get something out of it. I think it's great.
Yeah, so for that ghost, you're going to have to reset your Valor rank twice.
Oh, nice. So there you go. Yeah, and it looks awesome. This thing looks like a Hawaiian starfruit or something. It's cool. It does. Yeah. No, it's like the exotics, like Zavala for the Vanguard rank, like he has, I guess it's like his ship, and it looks just like the first ship you get in D1, but just like really polished and really cool looking. Which they also did for Ikora's ship, but that was Season 2 Eververse item.
Those are nice.
Yeah, it's Zavala's new ship that he has is awesome.
Zavala's Authority.
Oh man, dude! Definitely do yourself a favor and check that out if you get a chance. Man, that is a good one.
All those ships are nice, especially some of that. One of those Test Everett's has, which is like an F-16 fighter, but like anime on it, and
they're really expanding with their ship designs. I'm really liking it.
One of the things that always bothered me about Destiny 2 was that recycled design, always the same design, and it's just the same thing with different colors. And it went with armors, and it went with ships, and at some point you just stop caring. And these ships actually look nice. I remember back in Destiny 1 when people wanted to get the Dead Orbit ships because they were the coolest.
Oh man, they were so hard to get to. The shaders and the ships were like. Man,
you had it ranked up to level 50 or something.
Yeah,
it was crazy. But these are somewhat in the same vein. They provide the same path for you to get it and be able to achieve it.
Right.
And I think that's great because people like me, like you said, who are just going to be here, I'm going to kick one or two missions out of the way, and I'm going to do a run a strike or two today. You do get that chance, that ability to earn some of those, modifications for your exotic weapon or any of those ranking system related things that will enable you to achieve some of this stuff. It's great.
Right. So, all right, so we definitely talked about a bunch of topics on Destiny today. We're going to go ahead and do the last part of the show today, which is just general gaming topics. So, as we've said earlier, we've definitely been playing some other games. A lot of other people in the community that do play Destiny still are playing a lot of other stuff. Fortnite is super popular right now. A lot of stuff going on with that. I actually... I don't really play it. I've played it a little bit, but I don't play Fortnite so much. I actually play Rocket League with a good friend of mine, like at least a couple of times a week, and I have an absolute blast with it, man. That is such an awesome game. Great esports scene. It's really fun. Other than that, I didn't buy God of War, but I watched like full playthroughs of it, full streams, and I mean... Boy, that game is so awesome, man.
God of War is amazing.
Oh my god, like guys, this is one of the first games I've seen in recent years that comes out as a fully fleshed, like packaged game, full immersive single player story, a huge you can explore and go to all these different realms and just go off the beaten path, and there's something there, and visually it's just gorgeous, and the voice acting and the music. I mean, it's everything a game should be. You know, they didn't leave anything out. They didn't cut any corners. It's just amazing. So how about all you guys? Angel, I'll start with you. You've definitely been on the Fortnite train, yeah?
Yeah, I've been on the Fortnite grind lately.
Wasn't there a new mode out recently?
Yeah, there was a new mode out that came out just this week, inspired by Infinity War. And you play as Thanos.
Oh man, I bet that's fun.
Oh, that's
like,
great.
what do you do? Like, what does he do? Like, does he have the gauntlet and everything?
Yeah, so
Oh
what
my God, that's
happens
so
is
broken.
that a meteor shoots the ground, and wherever that meteor is, someone picks up that gauntlet that comes out of the meteor,
Okay.
and you turn into Thanos.
Is
So when
he
you
like
turn
hard to
it-
kill?
Yeah. When you turn into Thanos, you don't have any weapons or anything, and your health doesn't regen. But
Okay.
you have 700 health and about 300 shield. When
Holy
normally
crap.
you have 100 shield and 100 health.
You do have
Okay.
lasers coming out of the gauntlet that you can use to kill
So
enemies.
so what's to
Yeah.
keep somebody from just wasting everybody, and then what? Like, what happens if you kill him? Is the game over?
Well, since his health doesn't regen, it's kind of easier to kill him when you're like all together. But it is also solo, so you also have to worry about people killing you from behind while you're trying to kill Thanos.
So Fortnite
Yeah.
has its own team shooting, so it's not
Yeah.
just you.
Yeah, and then when you kill him, he drops a gauntlet, and you have to you can pick it up yourself.
Oh, so okay. I was wondering.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
surely there's got to be balance somewhere.
And then
Yeah.
you become Thanos, and then
Yeah,
the
you
cycle
become Thanos.
starts over again.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
you know what's
It's-
funny though, right? There's a part of on the map that has a green screen.
Oh my
Never seen the
God.
movie. you
Oh,
know.
with the yeah, the like so you got like a theater mode now, right?
Well, when people can go there, and if you are green screen savvy and you're a streamer, you know how to chroma key. So guess what's happening?
Tell
People
me.
are actually going there as Thanos, putting the skin on, doing all the emotes, recording
Oh,
themselves.
that's
and
awesome.
if you go right
That's
now
great.
to Reddit and go to r / Fortnite VR, you can see like a whole thread about Thanos memes being put into clips of the actual, Guardians of the Galaxy movies and
Oh,
the
man.
Marvel movies.
That sounds
I've seen,
awesome.
It's
I've
like
seen a
hilarious.
video.
I'm
I've
so
seen a
going
video.
there.
I see a video of like this is a bit of spoiler ish territory. Something happens in the movie, and somebody sees something in the future, whatever, and it's like, oh, this is what this character saw in the future. It was just Thanos doing an emote, like a dance.
Nice.
It's freaking
I've
great.
seen the future cut to really ridiculous Thanos dancing.
It was hilarious. It's great.
Nice, man.
It's fun. When you first mentioned the green screen, I thought you were gonna mention that glitch in the game where there's an area in the map where you go downstairs in the basement, you shoot the floor off, like the ceiling, and then when someone's outside, they just see a floor, but when you're inside, you can see outside, so you can shoot from below and shoot them from below.
I would just like to say we do not condone hacking or cheating or anything like that on this podcast. So Jay, I'm gonna have
No,
to kick
at
you
all.
off. No, I'm just kidding.
At all. I've been a victim of that. I hated it. It was terrible.
Yeah.
I'm just putting it out there so Epic can fix it. I think they have a patch already.
Dude,
They
they patch that game like every week, don't they? Like it's kind of
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah, but they haven't patched this one yet. They said they acknowledge it. They just haven't patched it yet, which is weird. So
Hey,
it's
you
like,
know what, man? Like I said earlier, my hat's off to Epic because, I understand it's a much simpler game running on Unreal Engine, but at the same time, man, it's like once a week. They're on top of it. They're talking to you about it. Like, I really hope that other game developers start to follow that train of thought,
it's great. I mean, even like like you said, Bungie can't do it with this game. They can't update this game every week. It's too larger a scale.
Yo, but 6 months though, let's go, man. Come on, we gotta.
Yeah, like maybe 3-4 months, maybe.
I mean, I love them. I love what they're doing. They're working their asses off,
Yeah.
no doubt. But yo, 6 months, man. Come on.
Yeah.
You could break the game and then fix it later. You know, like give me something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which it sounds like they're doing that, man. They really.
Yeah.
Oh,
they are.
real quick on that, back to Destiny, but on the weapons, I saw a little tweet earlier by one of the developers that said that now they have I guess at the start of maybe the Go Fast update or something, or no, it was when they mentioned Prometheus Lens. So when laser tag happened, they said from that point on they developed a way to address weapons individually in the idea of like if they put out an update and the gun breaks, very much like Rat King just did. So now they have a way to literally just turn that gun off in game and just disable it from the player so they can have time to fix it and let everybody continue. Because what was going to happen was Rat King was, whatever was wrong with it, it was gonna basically let people cheese the raid, and we got the new Spire of Stars raid layer coming out on Friday. I'm definitely looking to get a team together for that. And it was gonna basically make it so they could cheese it. So they said, well, we can either let them cheese it, or just turn the gun off and nobody can use it until we fix it. And I was like, yes, that's so good. Thank God.
Good.
Yeah.
Reminds me of that heavy ammo glitch on the Crucible that used to exist.
Oh man, dude, there was so much weapon. That's the one thing D1 never got completely nailed down was the weapon ammo economy. I mean, that still wasn't quite perfect in D1.
I'm still mad about
that's
the
a ball of
heavy
wax we don't
ammo.
want to get into.
Yeah. Let's not get into that. It'll be a whole new podcast.
We'll be here for another hour.
Bungie, yeah. That's going to be a new podcast. Bungie, what to do with your weapon balance.
Yeah, for real, yeah.
Weapon balance?
Next week's topic.
Yeah, 6 months later.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about that, right? We always talk about weapon balancing, and we think of like Call of Duty and Halo and stuff like that, but they have it tough, man. They have these. How do you balance weapons that are supposed to be special, like exotics or some legendary weapons? But
this is exactly what'll get us into next week, man. Like no joke. Valid question, though.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's tough. I understand this.
We can definitely talk about weapon balance next week for sure, because we'll have more time on hands with on hands time with Warmind. So I think that'll be a great topic to revisit next week. Because we'll get more time in the Crucible with the ranking system. I still got all kinds of grinding to do. So
for me too.
me
too. I mean,
yeah.
I haven't touched PvP at all, and I'm a big PvP guy. So this is I gotta get into it.
Yeah, PvP. They also added private matches, which.
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What do you? So what about what are you looking forward to with that, Angel?
Oh, it's players, so you can have 6v6s. So
Can
go
you do
on,
6v6 in this
LFG
private
or
match?
something.
Yep.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I hadn't checked it out yet.
LFG.
You can do 3v3,
together and play
6v6s.
6v6s if you wanted to.
Nice. That's great. I'm glad they added that. I hadn't had a chance to check that out yet.
Because I missed 6v6 that much.
I'm looking forward to 3v3s, man.
There's
sweaty old sweats,
There's already a
Love
community
those.
tournament being developed, isn't there?
Yep, and there's actually someone I know, Jake Parker on Twitch.
Oh yeah. I know Parker. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing something for over in Vegas, I believe, for a tournament as well. Destiny 2 and Fortnite. Yeah,
that's awesome, man. Yeah, there. That's the thing is if Destiny 2 can get in a space where TTK and weapon balance are just and bring back the 3v3 or elimination game mode or something of the like, there is a market for it in the community. There's people very hungry for competitive, really esports level stuff, and it's hard to say if we'll get there this year, but we'll see, man. We'll see. There's an audience for it for sure.
When you have people like Triple, Lumi, and Surdy saying they can't wait to play privates for 3v3s.
Oh, that's a big deal. Yeah,
that's a big. It's you're getting somewhere.
Even with where the state of the game is now, like the TTK still isn't where it needs to be, but they're still yeah, man. We're excited.
Yeah. I mean, Lumi was done with Destiny for a while until this.
He did.
So.
He dropped it cold, dude. He was like,
Yeah.
No, he's like, not in my house, son. You know what I'm saying?
So,
he was like, I ain't even having it.
Yeah, seeing him and Serdi and Triple actually say, yeah, well, we're done for sweats or whatever.
I want to watch it. If they start, I'll check out the Twitch VODs because, like, who knows when they're gonna do it. But, yeah, man, it's definitely shaping up, and I'm totally excited for it. Private matches, real quick on that. So, for those that do follow me on Twitter or anything, I'm really working on Destiny Machinima. That's something that isn't really prevalent in our community.
Yeah.
We've had Husky Raid, and they're the creators of Destiny Cops. That's like literally the Machinima. That's the only one that's really out there. And there's a couple smaller individual projects here and there, but for the most part, it's just been missing. And a lot of that is due to lack of a way to take your character out of screen without glitching or something, and no theater mode, things that we used to have in Halo and stuff. And so it makes it really difficult on people trying to film that stuff, So with the addition of private matches, that's really good too, because we had it back in D1 primarily, but also it gives us a set piece to film on, right? So we don't have to be interrupted by enemies or anything like that. But also what they've done with the emote wheel, shout out to the devs about the emote wheel. Oh, yes. My God. It's not just the fact that you can assign it to whatever position on the D-pad you want. It's the fact that the emotes are on your character now. So it doesn't matter where I go. I don't have to say, hey, let's grab this emote or that emote, I have it on hand, ready to go. So that's going to be fun for me, and I'm very much looking forward to that. So hats off to Bungie for that.
Also,
yeah, go ahead.
It also makes for great game moments. So, like, you die. Like, I died earlier yesterday Nightfall or in a strike. Something stupid, so a guy just clapped at me. The slow clap.
Oh, yeah.
I did a crying emote, and he just did the laugh. It was great. We're going back and forth.
Honestly, the emotes are so good, and like some of the new ones, like the popcorn in the fireworks,
Yes.
like I'm like, dude, I need them. I just need them. Well, anyway, any other thoughts on Destiny 2 Warmind? You guys still pretty jazzed about checking it out? And I mean, I know I am. I got a lot to grind for. I need Sleeper Simulator.
I'm gonna play right when we're done here. I'm gonna play right after we're done here. Hop on and do the raid.
Like, I've been playing this entire time, so.
She's like, I'm already ahead of you guys. Like, I've been on this grind.
Hands-on podcast. There we go.
Yeah, I know, right?
Dedication.
Well, all right. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. If you're, this is our first episode of Travelers Podcast, so you can find us on Twitter at TravelersPC. Once again, my name is The Helmet Fire. You can follow me on Twitter at The Helmet Fire. You guys?
I'm Contrabang. You can follow me on twitch.tv/Contrabang, and the same on Twitter, twitter.com/Contrabang.
CrayZJaye. You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/CrayZJaye, and Twitter, same thing, it's CrayZJaye.
I'm Eric Digital. You can find me on PSN. It's Eric with a K _digital. Hit me up for a raid or whatever.
I'm Angel Zero. You can follow me on Twitter at Angel_0.
All right. Well, thanks for showing up today, guys. I'm really excited to keep doing this show with you guys. And to all the viewers, thanks for listening. Once again, check us out, Travelers PC on Twitter, and check out our YouTube channel. You'll find links to that there as well. So we'll see you, Guardians, next time on Travelers.